Bill Gates.
It's not me again, I wish.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Now, Bill Gates, if you guys don't know, he's the creator of a company called Microsoft. It's a tiny little company that did really, really well over the years.
Yeah.
Bill Gates is worth $80 billion. That is $80,000 million. Bill Gates makes more in 1 hour than poor Mr. S makes in 1 year. He makes more in 1 day, based on a fun thing that you guys are going to learn called compound interest. He makes more in 1 day than poor Mr. S makes in 1 year. Oh, sorry, 1 lifetime. He makes more in 1 hour than I make in an entire year. He makes more in a day than I make an entire lifetime. So even if I live to 100, poor Mr. S still won't make as much as Bill Gates that makes while he's sleeping. When he's taking a nap, he just made more than me than a few years of my hard work. Can you guys believe that? That's really bad. Can I have everyone crisscross applesauce looking up here and back straight, please? This game over here, Bill Gates found out that Magnus Carlsen became world champion. And Magnus Carlsen became the world champion when he was just 22 years old. And he beat a guy named Vishwanathan Anand, the super grandmaster from India. And when Magnus Carlsen beat him, Bill Gates, who loves chess, picked up the phone, called Magnus Carlsen and said, "Magnus, I'd like to play you in a game of chess." Magnus Carlsen picked up the phone, cleared his throat, and said, "No," and hung up the phone. Bill Gates picked up the phone, called Magnus Carlsen again, and said, "Magnus, it's Bill Gates over here. I'd really like to play you in a game of chess, and I challenge you." Magnus Carlsen picked up the phone, cleared his throat, and said, "No," and hung up the phone. Now Bill Gates really huffed and he puffed, and he solved his problem the way all billionaires love to solve their problem. Picked up the phone, called Magnus Carlsen and said, "Magnus, wait! Don't hang up the phone. I forgot to tell you something. I have $80 billion, $80,000 million, and I'll pay you if you play with me." Magnus Carlsen picked up the phone and said, "Bill Gates, my very good friend, how are you? Of course I'm going to play you. You're going to pay me a lot, right?" And then they said yes. And so they got together and they started to play. Now all of the money went to charity, and Bill Gates asked to be white. And Magnus Carlsen said, "Okay." Bill Gates said, "Are you sure? Is it okay if I can be white? Because white gets to go first, and that's better." And Magnus Carlsen said, "I'm Magnus Carlsen. You can be white, black, purple, pink, or yellow. I'm still going to beat you."
What about pink?
And so they started to play. And of course, before they started to play, they shook hands because they have very good sportsmanship. And they started the game, and Magnus Carlsen played for black. Bill Gates played for white. Bill Gates played pawn to e4. Anyone who knows chess knows that this is a very good move. He opened the door for the bishop and for the queen to fly out. This bishop is so happy and says, "Ah," and he flies out this way. This queen is so happy and says, "Ah," and flies out this way. So Magnus Carlsen decided to not make this move. This is a very good move. He can make the same move. But Magnus Carlsen decided to play a different move. Magnus Carlsen played knight out to c6, activating the knight. The knight is now attacking into the center, and this is a very powerful move. Mr. Bill Gates to play, and Bill Gates said, "You take out your knight, I'll take out my knight." Now it's Carlsen's turn. And Carlsen said, "How dare you attack into my territory? This is my center, not yours." And Magnus Carlsen said, "Hi-ya!" and attacked them in the center. Pawn to d5. What should Bill Gates do? What should he do? Go!
Attack him.
Attack him. That's a very good move. How many of you say attack him? Put up your hand if you agree with attack. How many of you say don't attack him? Be nice. Don't be nice. Be nice away from chess. On chess, be evil, be mean. Capture the pawn is the best possible move in this position. I love this move. But Bill Gates didn't make this move. Instead, Bill Gates decided to play a very funny-looking move. He played bishop to d3. Now, this bishop is protecting the pawn. But this is not a very good move. How come? There's something wrong with this move. What's bad with this move? Go!
Because Never mind.
Let's go, Richard.
The pawn can attack.
Okay, but if he takes you, you take him back. Somebody else, Alex. You see, this pawn is very upset with this bishop and says to the bishop, excuse me. See, this pawn is looking at the bishop and saying, excuse me, you just parked your big behind right in front of my face. And this bishop parked her big behind right in front of this pawn's face, and now the pawn can't move anywhere. So blocking your own pieces is like not letting them breathe. Remember in the beginning, the pieces were breathing? In the beginning, the pieces were breathing. We have to make sure all pieces can move. Now it's black to play. And Magnus Carlsen didn't help black by taking over here. If Magnus Carlsen captures, then Bill Gates just captures back with the bishop, and Bill Gates is very happy again. You see, the bishop can breathe again. Look. But in this case, the bishop is stuck behind his own pawn, and he's causing this pawn to be stuck. Everyone's stuck. So now it's black to play, and Magnus Carlsen played knight to f6. Hang on, I have powers. Just wait. All right, usually the powers work. Oh my goodness, they were about to work. Somebody was going to come and pick it up. Black played instead knight to f6, activating his knight. This is a very good move. Your knights should always come out of their homes before the bishops. And all eyes are still here. Everyone is crisscross applesauce. Everyone is crisscross applesauce, and everyone's backs are really good and straight. When your back is straight, your brain works better. It's a scientific fact I made up a few years ago. Back over here. White to play, and white finally huffed and he puffed. And Bill Gates said, this pawn is in the center, I don't like this pawn, so he said, hi-ya! And he captured the pawn. Black has two ways to capture back. With the queen like this, or with the knight like this.
Knight.
Put up your hand if you say knight. Where's Dad? Where's Dad? Dad usually has a good answer. Where's Dad? He's not here right now. Put up your hand if you say queen. Now put up your hand if you say either one.
Either one.
Either one is the best answer. This was a tricky answer. I can take with the knight and have something called a centralized knight because the knight is in the middle and he's attacking here, 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 here. This is like an octopus with many tentacles attacking everywhere in the chessboard. Or I can be really brave. And being brave is the best thing in chess. Take the queen, attack the center, and now your queen has woken up. Every piece that stays at home, you see, every piece that's at home, I like to call a lazy couch potato. This guy's a lazy couch potato. That's a lazy couch. Here's another lazy couch potato. And they're all sleeping at home. And they're all just staying at home. They need to come outside and get exercise. So, it's white to play. Now white can do something called attacking with tempo. And anyone that joins the chess class will know what that means. But what move should I make? Mom. No? I know she doesn't know. Other mom. What move should I make? You're in the class, Mom. Mom thinks because her jacket is sort of camouflaging her behind in the background, she thinks she can get away with it. Is that your mom? Moms are okay. Moms are included. Dads are included. No one gets to get away from chess. There's Dad. I was neat. Come on in here, Dad. Get over. Dad, it's white to play. I need to find the best move.
No, my dad. What is it?
What do you think?
I think.
What do you think, Dad? What would you do? Dad is just lurking. He's coming in.
No, I'm looking at my wife.
Yes, okay. No, poor Dad. I'm picking on everybody today. Okay, somebody help Dad. Dar, help him out. Bishop to b5 like this. Oh my goodness, such a powerful move attacking the knight. But look at this. Is it Christmas time?
No.
Why are you giving me Christmas presents? During Christmas time, you can each go out there and get me a big pot of gold. You can get me $1 million, a brand new house, or a car. But don't be so generous and give me a free bishop. The queen just takes. Alex! Knight to c3. And the knight is now attacking the queen. And even Magnus Carlsen had to run like a chicken. So, Black took the queen and flew it all the way across over here. And he intentionally moved the queen somewhere where it's very close to his opponent's king. Because the queen is never scared of the king, but the king is always scared of the queen. And now it's white to play, and white said, I'm scared of this queen. I'm going to castle next to him. And he went like this. That's a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Now it's always good to castle, but over here you could even try to castle queenside. But castling kingside is not bad as long as you're very careful, because black is bringing in his pieces. So black castles, white castles. And the castling goes like this. 1, 2, hop the rook. We walk the king and hop the rook. 1, 2, hop the rook. Now it's black to play. And Magnus Carlsen decided to play a very evilish move. Very powerful move. What move did black decide to play now? Black to play. Make a very evil move. What move can you make to be evil? Go!
The bishop to 4G.
G4. Letter first, then the number. Bishop to G4. Dun dun dun.
Oh my god.
This is a very evil move indeed. The bishop is attacking the knight. The knight cannot move anywhere or else the bishop can take the queen. So then Bill Gates looked at this bishop. He didn't like the bishop, so he said to the bishop, can you please leave? And the bishop said no. Magnus Carlsen said no to him. So how can we tell the bishop to leave? We can't ask him, because he won't leave if you just ask. You have to tell the pesky mosquito to go away. Tell him to go away right now. Jonathan! Pawn to H3 is a very good move. This is attacking the bishop. But black was very stubborn. And Magnus Carlsen said, I won't move. I will move my knight and put pressure on the pinned piece. If you move, I'll take your queen. Bill Gates made a very simple move right now. What move did he make?
Go!
Go!
Attack the bishop!
Exactly! Say your name one more time.
Attack the bishop!
Good, but say your name first. Say your name.
Chris!
Chris says, attack the bishop! Did you see how he said it? With confidence. Chris, you're absolutely right. Attack the bishop. Look at how he's standing just like this. Yes, attack the bishop, Chris. Yes, look at how powerful he is. Attack the bishop, very good. Now, it's now black to play, and Magnus Carlsen politely captured back. And he took back with the other knight. And now, Bill Gates made a move so bad, that Magnus Carlsen said, no, don't do this move, please, take it, make a better move. But Bill Gates didn't believe him. And Bill Gates moved knight captures E5. Now, black to play. And black has a beautiful checkmate in 1. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Not you 3. Somebody else. Bzz. When I go like this, bzz, your hand is down now. Bzz, your hand is down now. Go! Queen to go to E5. Put up your hand if you agree with queen to E5. Say your name for me loudly. Loudly and proudly now, Juliana.
Juliana.
Very good. With confidence, please. Now, Juliana said queen to E5. Put up your hand if you agree with Juliana and queen to E5. Put up your hand if you agree with Juliana.
No.
Juliana, do you agree with Juliana?
Yeah.
Then you have to put up your hand. Okay, very good.
No.
Put up your hand if you think that there is a better move. I think that there might be a slightly better move. That's an excellent move. That's capturing back. But we're looking for a checkmating move. Say your name loudly and proudly. Go. What's your name?
I was just raising my hand there.
You were just raising your hand just to say hi. Fine, say hi too. Hi. Say your name loudly and proudly.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Queen to H2.
Queen to
Checkmate.
H2. My goodness
Oh my
gracious,
god.
Daniel.
H2.
You're a ferocious chess player. Let me come over here and feel the power. Ready? Ow. Rain is too powerful. I can already feel the power. That's very good. Queen to H2 attacking the king. King cannot take back, knight protects. King cannot go here, queen attacks. This is game over, checkmate. This was a terrible move by white. White should not have captured back this way. However, white only has one good move here. Because if it was black's turn, black would take and check the king, and whether or not you take back with the queen or with the pawn, queen still goes to h2 and checkmates. White to play what is the only good move for white, and this is called a fire escape. And I might have some prizes reserved for whoever answers this correctly. No, Alex. Somebody else. It's black to play. Make a fire escape for your king to run away from. He needs a little elbow room. He needs a little bit of elbow room. Where is he going to go? Somebody. Help me. Somebody new. Who else can help me? Oh my goodness. Okay, Juliana, finish this up. Which one? H2. Knight to H2. That's a perfect idea. Now, look, I love these ideas. But you know what this is? Knight to H2 is like if a big building was falling on your head. All eyes up. Let's try it again. Eyes up. And back straight and looking over here. Knight to H2 is like if a big building is falling on your head. And then you take an umbrella and you open the umbrella and say, oh boy, the big old building is falling on my head. Maybe I'll cover it with an umbrella. Is that going to work?
No!
I think you might get smushed. Queen is still going to take you and say checkmate. We need a fire escape. Chris!
A shoe.
Daniel!
Move. Oh wait, move the rook to 1E.
Good. E1. Letter first, then the number. And after rook to E1, knight would take, but then queen would take, and even after check, king runs away, check, king runs away, and fire escapes all the way out of there. But of course, Bill Gates didn't do that and he lost the game. And he donated a ton of money to charity because that's why they played together. It was a lot of fun. Did you guys all enjoy that game?
Yeah.
Hopefully one day, one of you guys will be able to beat Magnus Carlsen because I tried, I didn't beat him. I didn't. Yeah, I tried. But it didn't work out. I played the computer version of him. He's very strong. Okay.